Good morning, trade pros. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day and hope you had a great weekend as well. This is George Trade Pro Academy. Let's do this. It is a new day. It's a new opportunity. It's a new week as well. We had a quad week expiry last week, so that's done and over with. And this week, I'm looking forward to just another continuation of what's to come. So let's take a look at a few things. It's a pretty slow overnight news cycle. Not much really happened. Not well attended Donald Trump rally, which obviously some people would choose to stay home with the virus going around. In other news, Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference is on today. It'll be hosted online for the first time since it started 3 decades ago. And the biggest announcements expected out of Apple today from this developer conference is a switch from an Intel to an ARM-based for Mac desktop and its Mac laptops. That's actually a huge change in a shift. Obviously, I don't think it won't impact Intel as quickly as people are thinking. You don't have to go through a short or buy put options on Intel, but it will be an adjustment over the next year or two as they switch to do more chips in-house. All right. Also expected is their new iOS 14, the operating system, and the iOS for the iPad 14 as well. A new version of Mac OS. All right. Some updates for the Watch and the Apple TV operating system. So this is all software based, and a refreshed Apple TV and Apple AirTags. Okay. So not that much of a announcement, but there is still going to be some volatility around Apple. Apple's important because it's a massive market cap company, and also it's important for tech. So keep an eye out on that. Apple's up 1.3% pre-market. Bit of a rally here before the session starts. Okay, in today's markets in Asia, Japan's down 0.2%. Hong Kong is down 0.5%. China's down 0.1%, and India's up 0.5%. Okay, so more or less sideways to slightly bearish markets here in Asia. In Europe at midday, London's flat. Paris is flat. Frankfurt's down 0.3%. A little bit of weakness in Germany, but more or less markets are flat in Europe as well. And in the U.S., pretty nice rally overnight. S&P was up 1%, Dow up 1.2%. Okay, NASDAQ up 1% as well. Overnight high on the ES is 30.9675, right? And we are just slightly off of it now. Not huge price action over the evening, but an upside swing on low volume. I think that's going to be tested on today's open and this week's open as well. All right, crude's flat. Gold is up 0.5%. Gold looking like it could break its range that it's been in last little bit off that top end, and if it does, we could see some continuation upside, but it would have to happen on equity weakness. Okay, Bitcoin's up 1 percentage point in the mid 9,000s, and on the economic front, in this morning we don't really have too many news events, but at 8:30 we had the Chicago Fed National Activity Index. This is an economic index with 85 different economic indicators. It is a low impact event, but it's interesting to watch nonetheless. It came out at positive 2.61, which means there's growth according to these 85 economic indicators from the Chicago Fed. All right. And the previous number was minus 16.74. And it was revised down this month to minus 17.89. So the May numbers are much better than the April numbers, and they're back to positive territory. You know, it's doing better than it was expected. It's a pretty good rebound. It's not really V-bottom territory from an economic standpoint, but we don't need an economic standpoint when you got a Fed committed to printing as much money as needed into a market to provide liquidity. All right, it makes things a little less exciting. 10 a.m. we have existing home sales. That's the big one for today. All right, it's a big economic indicator. Keep an eye on the top of the hour. There's going to be some activity there. And then this week on the calendar, we don't really have much, to be perfectly honest with you. Tomorrow we have some key data out of Europe, which is the flash manufacturing and the services as well. So that's out of Europe, out of GBP, or out of the UK rather. All right, and then in US we have the same thing. You know, new home sales, flash manufacturing, Richmond Manufacturing Index. We have a lot of economic indicators, but not very high impacting ones. Okay, Wednesday there's not much at all. Thursday on the calendar, we have a final GDP reading. We already know the numbers there. It's for Q1. That's awfully late. We're almost ready for Q2 advanced reading of GDP. So that's not going to be as important. and some preliminary wholesale numbers. Okay, that's it. Oh, on Wednesday, we also have crude oil inventory, which is obviously going to be a big one. That's a recurring one. And then on Friday, we finish some personal spending and personal income and revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment. And because it's revised and not the actual number, it's not going to be that much of a difference. So all in all, there aren't many high impacting economic events. In fact, there are none for the U.S. this week. So medium to low impact. What we're tracking with is the development of coronavirus and the cases, and more importantly, how they impact the market sentiment. But at the moment, I think that we have a little bit more downside. All right, I think we're going to pick up where we left off last week on the Friday. I'm going to start this morning by selling rallies all the way down to 55.5. That's where the yesterday closes. And then below there, you could see it open up and escalate quite quickly. 27.25 is the overnight lows. Below there, we're going to have a heap ton of sell stops. All right, that's what we got for the day. Shorter update, but not much going on in the news cycle. We love you guys. Be careful out there. Be safe. Manage your risk. Trade like a TRADEPRO, and keep it tight today. No need to go nuts. Volatility will pick up. It's a Monday. Let's start the week with the opportunity that's given and not how we expect it to. Doesn't matter what we expect. It's what the market throws away. You guys be good out there. Be careful. Manage your risk. Trade like a TRADEPRO. We'll see you tomorrow for another morning market update. Take care and goodbye. Ciao. All right, guys, trading room. I'll throw it over to Boxy, and we'll have a look at the oil markets and some trading levels. Then we'll send it back for some equity updates and opportunities to start the day. Let's get into it. Let's do this.